See if everything is hopefully all the stuff is working. Just see settings. Okay, we're good. All right, hopefully we're good. I just want to make sure everything is all right. Looks like everything is okay. We're good. All right, let's get this show started. Let's talk a bit about the PS5 and talk about the PS5. Um, hmm. and well, let's talk about it. The PS5 and the new Xbox Series looks like they're going to be a bit of an upgrade for you. You know, you know, and my thoughts about this is like, well, this according here is that the upgrades right here, supposedly due to a surprise leak. This it came out today. Right here it says PlayStation and Xbox fans can be treated to new consoles as early as next year, according to a new leak that was emerged today, claiming that mid-generation consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, could launch as early as 2033. The news was highlighted by Tom Henderson, the leaker best known for his Call of Duty, Battlefield, and most recently GTA 6 leaks. In a post on Twitter, Henderson revealed how chipmaker TCL in the presentation claimed a PS5 Pro and new Xbox Series X and S consoles could launch in either 2023 or 2024. In a new conference, TCL Technology has said that a new Xbox Series SX and PS5 Pro are coming in 2000 and 2003 and 2000 and 2004. Pictures taken from the event also gave expected specs for the PS5 and the PS5 Pro and new Xbox Series X and S consoles. These consoles will be allegedly capable of 8K visuals at 120 hertz and have GPU equivalent to the AMD's RX 7700 XT, whereas the TSL slide says that the PS5 and Xbox Series X is similar to the RX CX700 XT GPU. The pictures of the TCL presentation were originally published by the Polish website PPE, and while a potential mid-generation upgrade for the PS5 and Series X and the Xbox Series X and S in 2003 in 2004, 2023 and 2024 may seem too soon for many gamers, this will be keeping in previous timeframes. The PS4 and Xbox One consoles launched in 2013, and the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X released in 2000. PS4 Pro was out in 2016, and the Xbox One X was announced in 2017. With the past generation, it was either 2 or 3 years before the original console launching and a mid-generation upgrade hitting shelves. So if it's a PS5 Pro or a new Xbox Series X or S launch in 2023 or 2024, that will be similar timings. Yes, it may seem hard to believe to you, especially if you struggle to buy a next-gen console, but both PS5 and Xbox Series X have been out for some time now. Despite the stock shortages, which have been persistent since launch, both Sony and Microsoft's latest consoles have been out for a year and a half. And this November marked 2 years since they first hit shelves. My thoughts on this, to me, is, well, I mean, you have these consoles coming in. Personally, I think it's a bad idea to release them right now, is because you're gonna have people are barely getting them now, so they barely have a chance to get these two. You know, uh, you know, uh, they barely have time of to buy, to get these things. It's just they barely have time. There's no like, oh my gosh, we got to go and get this thing. There's no, I mean, that the problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that they got just like there's no um there's no real way of building a way of actually connecting to people, no way to actually do it. It's just like, well, you want it. No, 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 no. You gotta calm down a bit. You gotta sit there. Like, I'm like, to me, you have to make sure the original thing they're getting available now. The Xbox Series X and the PS5 Pro, PS5 are coming now, but it is going to take a while to do that. It takes a while to actually get to this position. It will take a long while for this to actually um to really do so. I think this will be something a real something you to sit back and say, okay, we'll do this, but it's going to take a long while to do it. I think it's going to be one of the biggest if they want to do this, if they want to actually sit there to do something to you know you know you know that type of stuff is coming out right now. What is going to be the solution here? What are you going to have this stuff right here? I'm honestly, my worry is looking at the this my worry is that when you know are these going to be available because of the chip shortage? Will these new consoles be available? Will it be taken over by bots like the other ones? These are the questions that you can't really this is just going to be this is going to be something what what this is what is going to be this you know availability. I mean, I can get a Switch and I could get the huge big screen Switch, no problem. I can get maybe the series the I can get a PS4, no problem. I can get an Xbox One, no problem. PS5 and Series X, I can't get them, and mostly because of these shortages and bots, and the tech shortages to make these consoles and the bots. And it doesn't matter how many good games they have, how many good features and all this other stuff. We can live stream, we can do this, that, everything else around it. But if it's not available to the public, it's just going to be who cares? That's going to be the issue. And until there's a real way of actually bringing these consoles to um, get these consoles, you know, and hmm, these if the consoles are not going to be um, you know, we cannot if these consoles can't be available, then what is the point of actually building building these things? But that's just me. That huh, is just that's what I feel like. That's just my personal opinion. I want to hear yours in the comment section below when I put this on my the YouTube channel. I've been slacking on that, but I'm going to be doing that soon. After I put last week's stuff there and then this week's. So I want to hear what your thoughts on this, and we'll be right back right after this. We're going to talk about yes, the big one here. We're going to talk about Apple and being Apple buying EA, or there's other suitors as well. So we're gonna talk about that um, right after this break. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for being here. This is Duke CT. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great because I got some what's it? News. I got some news for you. Ah, yes. EA games. Well, exactly. The past couple days, they were saying EA has been looking for a potential. Everyone's selling. I mean, you got all these big major publishers. You got like you have let's see, you know, Sony and Microsoft buying all these big companies and such, and EA looked at that and said, hey, you know what? Maybe we want to get sold too. We need to get our they're like, yeah, we want to get part of this too. Oh, joy. And EA, ladies and gentlemen, is now looking to sell. Let's see. Yeah, here. Okay, everything seems to be going well. I'll make sure. Yeah, right. There we are. Yes, here is actually seeking a potential buyer. Apple has been reported to talks of buying EA out, according to Puck News. But then Disney and Amazon have been in talks of purchasing the company. The Redwood City-based firm has published hits like Apex Legends, Madden, the Sim franchise, and the idea to buy out merger came after Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard for $68 billion earlier this year. Certainly after Sony purchased Bungie, sitting behind Destiny for $3.6 billion, and according to Puck, EA would like a merger so Andrew Wilson can remain CEO of the combined company. EA roots go back to Apple, actually, as back in 1882, the Apple's director of strategy and marketing, Trip Hawkins, left the company to start EA. A buyout wouldn't be Apple's first venture into gaming. However, the Cupertino company unveiled this gaming service, Apple Arcade, back in 2019. Through Apple Arcade, users can play ad-free games on the iOS, Mac, iOS, and tvOS devices. EA spokesman John Resberg said the company would not comment on any rumors and speculation related to Microsoft and I think is to buy MAS, all that sort of stuff. Says we are proud to be operating from a position of strength and growth with a portfolio of amazing games built around a powerful IP made by incredibly talented teams and a network of more than 500 million players. We see a bright future ahead. Apple is not commented and such. So honestly, yeah, this is looks like it's well, everyone's doing the merger dance today, and quite honestly, when you look at what's going on here, I think the best thing is that maybe Apple will have exclusive games. I don't think Apple will probably be EA will be limited to Apple devices. Maybe they will. I don't think that's going to be best for their portfolio because you want to have that stuff go out of the world and everything else because EA does bring majority of their money is like it going to multi-platform, Microsoft, Sony, and on occasion Nintendo. I don't know. Let me see. Is Madden on Nintendo? Let me see. Um, is it on the Switch? I gotta see. No. Um, no. In fact, it's not coming to the Switch. Actually, I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, has EA even done anything from Nintendo for the past couple of years? It's just mainly been the big, let me just see. I mean, let's see how many games of the Nintendo Switch. Let me see. Let's look at all the games. I'm gonna see if I can all the games of the on the Nintendo Switch. Let's see. I'm gonna switch this stuff here. Stop. See. Stop sharing. Da, 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 da. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Share. Let's see the Nintendo, the official games. Okay. Okay. Lost in Random, Knockout City, Hot Pursuit. Yeah, this is a remaster game. Plants and Zombies, Apex Legends, Unravel 2, FIFA. It's FIFA. Burnout Paradise remasters, Fee, and FIFA. That's it. Nintendo doesn't get much love for EA, which is surprising, but not. I'm surprised because why would I don't know why Nintendo. I'm like I don't know why you just you know you could just go with them go with the console to actually go with the people who actually have the Switch and everything. Most people only have the PS4 or PS5. Most people don't have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X right now. So I don't know. Maybe they think that the horsepower equal more sales. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy or something like that. But it just that's just my thing. Uh, but yeah, EA. Going to Apple, sure, but I wouldn't because again they said, let me see, right here, Disney, Amazon, and Amazon really needs a win in the gaming because the New World failed. Like, oh, it's still alive. No, it's not. It's basically lost so many of their players. We look at Amazon games right now. Let me see how. I'm looking at. Let me just see. Yeah. Let's see. Right now, Amazon Games is let's see, the games right now they have. Let's see, the games they have right now is not looking good. They're big games. I'm talking about their big games. Let's see, New World, which has not done well. It is wrapped with issues and everything else and delays. And when it finally came out, it had so many it just from 1 million players to just barely like maybe 5,000. It's bad. It's very bad right now. And they look at it, maybe they'll say we're gonna probably not do any more of these. In fact, it's so bad that their studio head, like in March, Mike Frazani stepped down. Um, they are. It's a cluster. It's a complete cluster. It's a clusterfuck. It is. Amazon Games right now is completely a disaster. And Disney, well, they have LucasArts are doing more games, and it'll be hilarious because they're doing the stuff with the Lucas games because EA bungled the bag so badly with Star Wars. I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. Make some games that connect to the sequel trilogy and have some positive memories to it. That's what made I recently did a video game, live streamed on the Code. By the way, go check them out. Um, mm, a video game of let's see, Jedi Starfighter. I played that. It was fun. It was exciting. It was a great prequel game in that world of the prequels. Sure, the prequel movies were terrible, and I honestly think that the third one was actually pretty good. But there are so many good to great games in that period of time. And now they're just in the ether, not in the canon. Maybe they're canon. I don't know. I don't know what is canon and not canon anymore in the Star Wars universe, in the new timeline. But then again, I find it hilarious that I'm looking at this Star Wars stuff. They're hanging around not it, pre-sequel trilogy. They're doing a lot of pre-sequel trilogy. Endor. You see, Obi-Wan and Jedi Fallen Order, and they have Jedi Survivor. A lot of it is doing pre-sequel stuff, not pre-sequel trilogy. What does that tell you? Mm. That they have I don't think they have faith in the sequel trilogy. They don't have faith in the sequel trilogy. I don't think Disney has faith in the sequel trilogy. They're just going to go back into member berries and just be that type of. I wouldn't be surprised if they just do a whole rematch. Maybe that could be good for a podcast or something. They're gonna do a remaster in video game form, or they're gonna do it in live action, the entire sequel trilogy of I know Lego did it, fine, whatever. I'm talking like full next gen graphics or whatever. I'm not talking Lego. I'm talking that type of stuff and movies and everything. I mean, at that point, I would because that I think Disney realized I think they might have fumbled the ball with the sequel trilogy, as it were. I think they realized that all this stuff and not talking about Ray and everything else. They fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball with it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just put it like a with the legends and say that just didn't happen and try to do something else around it. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just but yeah. Um, let's see. Let me get this back here. Just let me see what happens when I do this. It's a little bit of the stop staring at the screen a bit. Because I want to make sure everything is okay. Looks like I want to make sure. So everything is all right. We're all right. All right. Let's go. Let's keep this party going. Anyway. Um all right, let me just get back here. Let me share this again, and because I like the look at it. There we are. Boom. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. But yeah, I mean Disney with EA would be chef's kiss. It'd be perfect. I would love that. I would absolutely love to see that. That'd be hilarious. And maybe they'll finally be like, okay, we gotta fly this stuff right and do it EA. Maybe make Madden actually good. Maybe Madden could do a little bit of that Disney magic and such and make it good again. I don't know. But that's what EA, I mean, being in that position, but then again, the same people can be in charge. But do you know what? If Disney gets EA, they do get the rights to Mass Effect. And Andromeda aside, there's still a lot of great stories to tell in that series. I mean, right there. I mean, they could do it. Come on. Mass Effect, you know, I mean, I know this could be just a complete series in itself. I honestly think you could do a couple good like stories there. Man, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah, that'd be great. The Citadel stories, uh, maybe the first Contact War. I mean, a game or just a series or something like that. I think you could do a Disney Plus series based on that. The first Contact War or the aftermath of the first Contact War with humans getting into the Citadel and maybe have a little bit of tension there. Come on. Come on. There'll be really good stuff. There's some drama there. And I know Disney could do that could be really good stuff there. If EA would, and then maybe Apple TV. If Apple gets it, I wouldn't be sorry if they're gonna put that on Apple TV as well. Or Amazon. So there are so many things they could do with this the IPs, not just in video games, but also for their streaming services as well. So I think that probably is going to be the case. That's why Apple is looking to buy EA, and that's why Disney Plus is probably Disney for Disney Plus, and also with Amazon with their stuff too. It might not know what to be in the game, but it's not going to be just in the game, if you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. And now we're going to go. Speaking of Apple, we're going to be talking about. There's going to be a reboot, everybody. Huzzah! That's going to be another reboot. And yeah. We'll be right back talking about that right after this.
A couple of grinders trying to find our way out and put this darkness behind us. And underground is my oration, sound integration. But situation is we're surrounded by light negation. It's black as pitch cause we're trapped by our violent souls. In a deep mind with deep rhymes won't keep my self-control. Too many foes, we feel snake bit and we won't take it. Enemies need their face hit, we going ape shit. Hell is my confinement within this mind. Now trapped and enshrined by my own mind. Through these tunnels and keep it moving, dumb knuckle dragging. It's like a jungle, etc. Keep zigging and zagging. These lizards ready to fire. The military attire, heaters, cannons, entire arsenals, bangers for hire. We only got double barrels, but we don't monkey with them. Just throw shots and we hit them to this industrial rhythm. Still searching for the light, still more to fight. Still at war with our plight, but still we're sure of our own collective might. Hell is my confinement within this mind. Now trapped and enshrined by my own mind. Hell is my confinement within this mind. No way out for running out of time. Time to get fractions with practice, guerrilla tactics. Regular G's can't match this, so I ain't trying to attack us. I'm a bad boy like Diddy, but I ain't talking Sean John, cause it's on like Son of Khan. Gots to get our cheap on. That means we simply simulate simians simultaneously. And all y'all snakes beastin' to kill us is living dangerously. Straight bananas is the conflict these opponents hand us. So battle status in these catacombs, we got no manners. All I know is pain to give the same. All I have ingrained is pain. Misery of shame forever will remain. So I must regain my faith. This all seems endless. endless threats come relentless in this zoo. No one defends us, and they won't commend us when we're through. It don't matter, cause I'm after something resembling peace. I get madder every other day that this shit don't cease. Since our conception, downward has been my life's direction. Had no protection from evil factions and predilections. Heart of a killer, thriller, pillar of coffin fillers. Nothing vanilla about us, two thriller minute gorillas. Our main position, this mission is to improve conditions, and it's our own volition. We ain't looking for permission. Vanish from our position like we're magicians. In addition, I plan to see freedom's light comes to fruition. Hell is my confinement within this mind. Now trapped and enshrined by my own mind. Hell is my confinement within this mind. No way out, we're running out of time. We ain't taking it. We going ape shit. We ain't taking it. Yeah, we going ape shit. We going ape shit. We going ape shit. We going ape shit.
And we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, Duke CT, in this lovely, lovely evening on Last Review Standing here live, not just on TalkShoe, but also on YouTube.com. Well, guess who's getting a reboot? Ah, yes, the live action Speed Racer series, which, by the way, Wachowski's did a decent job. I watched the movie. I'm like, honestly, Speed was just, I didn't care for him. The only person I cared for was like John Goodman playing his dad. That dude was like, that was perfect casting, and I doubt you're gonna get that perfect casting again. But yeah, there it is. The live action Speed Racer series have been ordered at Apple TV Plus. According to Variety, a series based on the manga turned anime Mach Go 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 and its English language counterpart has been in the works for quite some time. J.J. Abrams will executive produce on this company Bad Robot in conjunction with Warner Brothers Television. Ron Fitzgerald, Weeds, Friday Night Nights, and Harold Martinez, No Fall, Snowpiercer, will write, executive produce, and show as co-showrunners. Speed Racer propped up as a manga back in 1966 before being adapted into a 52-episode series in 1967 and another one in 1997. An English language version of the 1997 7 anime aired in Nickelodeon in 2002, followed by a 3D animated series, Speed Racer The Next Generation. The franchise follows the life and times of auto-racer named Speed Racer, his James Bond Astronaut DB5 inspired race car, the Mach 5, and his pet monkey, Chim Chim. No, it's actually his little brother, I think. Spritle and Chim Chim. Both they mentioned that. All right. So yeah, the first ever live action adaptation of the franchise hit theaters in 2008, directed by the Wachowskis and starring Emily Helwich, Christina Ricci, John Goodman, and Susan Sarandon. Though there was much praise for cinematography and musical score, the film was a critical and box office failure. It has since gained a strong cult following through rumors of a sequel have made the rounds for many years, largely due to a now deleted tweet from Hearst himself. Wachowski's reportedly have no involvement in the Apple TV Plus adaptation. So, okay. I haven't really followed much of Speed Racer. Um, I honestly, I don't know why this is going to be a thing. If I wanted to do something, it'd be something maybe a little more current, or something that maybe finished this manga like a couple years ago, or something, or maybe something that's out of print that actually people would, I don't know, want to see. Maybe like I said, a Gunsmith Cats or something. I think that would have been a good something like that people would like to see. Let's see. I mean that. I don't think that would be a really good one. I mean, um, two young women fighting crime in Chicago. Come on, I mean, come on, something like that. I mean, I think you could easily have something like, one strong independent woman, two strong independent women fighting against the corrupt system of the cops with guns and grenades, guns and grenades. I mean, come on, it's simple, easy, and you could do that. It could have been something really good, and yeah, something like that. It would be something you know I think people would like to see if you could do that. I think people would love to see that. It'd be easy. It's cheap. It's not as crazy. You could do all these like VFX of Speed Racer or any of these like these anime to have all this type of stuff. Because I want to get the VFX people some love. I'm like, push it back a bit. You know what I'm saying? VFX people need to, I want them to have less of a strain on them. You know what I'm saying? Bring a little more practical effects here, maybe setting a nice little time period, doing stuff like that. I think Gunsmith Cats would be a really good intro to that type of thing. Stuff like that. Then you build up to stuff like the Speed Racer, which I don't know, maybe it can. I don't know. That's just me. As can it work? I don't know, because there's going to be a hell of a lot of lens flare since it's going to be J.J. Abrams' project. Crap ton of lens flare all over the place. There's going to be lens flare in the races and lens flare in the car. There's going to be lens flare all during the races, lens flare during the action, during the sitting around talking scenes. It's going to be lens flare, lens flare, lens flare, lens flare, lens flare, lens flare, all the lens flare. In fact, I guarantee Mr. Driver X is his like the first couple episodes when he has, you're not going to see his face, not because of his mask, but because of the lens flare. That's what's going to happen. So I do not have I don't have high hopes of this. Maybe it'd be great. Maybe it'd be bad. Maybe it'll just be mediocre. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But I think maybe it will be somewhat decent. That's my hope. I wish it can be decent. Until we see more, that's what my hope is, decent. But right now, I'm betting it's going to be a lot of bad decisions, lots of trying to be progressive and failing miserably, and a lot of cringe characters. So much cringe, I bet. I mean, if something simple as Halo can get messed up, I shudder to think what Speed Racer, this new version of Speed Racer, is going to be. Who knows? I hope it. The old saying goes, "Hope for the best, prepare for the worst," and that's pretty much my entire look of all these new shows. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. But that's my personal thing. We'll hear your thoughts on it. And that, my friends, is the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. This is Dixie T here. Peace, love. I'll see you when I see y'all. Later.